The stars are out tonight, and it's dark enough to see them too. If you go far enough away from city lights and you look up, you will see countless points of light sprinkled across the black canvas above us. And if you have good eyes, you might notice that there is a faint band stretching from horizon to horizon. It looks like a river of stars, the Milky Way. We live on an island in the cosmic sea, a tiny blue and green oasis surrounded by an endless expanse of darkness dotted with other islands of light. Looking out at the night sky, we can see just a tiny sliver of our home galaxy. But what is it like outside of this view? What else is out there? As humans, we have always been fascinated by the cosmos. Ever since we first looked up at the stars and wondered what they were, we have dreamed of exploring the universe. We have sent probes and satellites to explore our solar system and beyond. But until recently, we haven't had the ability to really understand what is out there. It was until 1990 that the Hubble Space Telescope was launched, and humanity's view of the universe was forever changed. For the first time, we could see things in space in incredible detail. One of the most famous images taken by Hubble was the Hubble Deep Field, which showed a small patch of sky in the constellation of Ursa Major. When you zoom in on the photo, you can see countless galaxies, each of which contains billions or even trillions of stars. All of these galaxies are incredibly distant. The light from the most distant ones has been traveling for over 13 billion years to reach us. This means that we are seeing these galaxies as they were in the very early days of the universe. Another incredible image taken by Hubble is the Eagle Nebula, also known as the Star Factory. This is one of the most active star-forming regions in our galaxy, and the image shows thousands of baby stars being born. These stars are only a few million years old, and they are still surrounded by the gas and dust that they formed from mud. What about outside of our galaxy? What is it like out there in the rest of the universe? To answer this question, we have to take a journey to the other side of the Milky Way. According to NASA, the Milky Way is home to between 100 and 400 billion stars. That is a lot of stars. In fact, it is so many that it is impossible to see all of them from Earth. The best place to get a view of our galaxy is from space. The most detailed map of the Milky Way was created by the European Space Agency's Gaia mission. The Gaia spacecraft spent 5 years scanning the sky and measuring the positions and brightness of over 100 billion stars. Using this data, scientists were able to create a 3D map of our galaxy. The map shows that the Milky Way is shaped more like a flat pancake with a bulge in the middle and spiral arms extending out to either side. The Sun is located in one of the spiral arms, about 2/3 of the way out from the center of the galaxy. If we were to travel to the center of the Milky Way, we would find a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius. This black hole is about 4 million times the mass of the Sun, and it is responsible for heating up the gas and dust in the galactic core and powering the Eagle Nebula and other star-forming regions. If we were to continue our journey outwards, we would eventually reach the edge of the Milky Way. But what would we see when we got there? Would we find another galaxy, or would we be met with the endless expanse of space? Well, the answer is actually both. As we approach the edge of the Milky Way, we would start to see other galaxies in the background. These galaxies would appear as fuzzy patches of light because they are so far away. At first, they would be small, but as we continued to travel, they would start to get bigger. Eventually, we would be close enough to see the individual stars in these galaxies. But there's a problem. As we travel around the Milky Way, we are moving very fast. In fact, everything in the galaxy is orbiting around the center. The Sun is traveling at about 250 kilometers per second, or 155 miles per second. That is about 870,000 kilometers per hour, or 540,000 miles per hour. If we were to travel at the speed of the Sun, we would be able to travel around the Milky Way in about 225 million years. But that is not the interesting thing. The interesting thing is that as we travel around the galaxy, we would be constantly bombarded by these galaxies. They would be crashing into us all the time. No, don't worry, we are safe. the chances of us colliding with another galaxy are incredibly small. In fact, it has never happened before, and it probably won't happen in the future. That is because most galaxies are very far away from each other. The next closest major galaxy to the Milky Way is the Andromeda Galaxy, and it is about 2.5 million light-years away. Even if Andromeda were to collide with the Milky Way, it would take millions of years to happen. And by that time, we will have long since died and become part of the cosmic dust. But what would it be like to actually travel to another galaxy? Well, according to scientists, it would be incredibly boring. Most galaxies are just big balls of stars with no planets or other interesting things. So if we were to travel to another galaxy, we wouldn't be able to land on a planet or anything like that. We would just be floating in space, surrounded by stars. It would be like being stuck in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight. But what if we were to travel to a very special galaxy? A galaxy where there is a planet with intelligent life on it? Then it would be an adventure. We could meet new friends and learn about their culture and way of life. We could explore their planet and see all the amazing things it has to offer. We could learn about their technology and how they have advanced beyond our own. We could bring back new ideas and knowledge that we could share with our own species. We could become the first true explorers, the first to venture out into the unknown and return with treasures beyond our wildest dreams. What would you do if you could travel to any galaxy in the universe? Let me know in the comments below. In reality, space is incredibly dangerous. There is radiation everywhere, and it is very hard to survive in the vacuum of space. Also, even if we could somehow protect ourselves from these dangers, we would still have to deal with the fact that space is just really boring. There is nothing to do out there. You won't walk on the stars, and they are so far apart that you can't even throw a ball across space. You literally can't even throw a ball. So now we have established that traveling to another galaxy would be incredibly dangerous, boring, and you can't even throw a ball. The only remaining question is, should we try it? Should we send people to explore the galaxy, even though it is so dangerous and boring? Well, the answer is yes. We should definitely do it. Exploring the galaxy is one of the greatest adventures that we could ever undertake. It is a chance to discover new worlds, new life, and new knowledge. Yes, it is dangerous, and yes, it is boring. But that is all part of the adventure. If we are not willing to risk anything, then we will never be able to accomplish anything truly great. Think about all the amazing things that have been accomplished by those who dared to dream big and take risks. The Wright brothers who invented the airplane, Neil Armstrong who walked on the moon, Yuri Gagarin who was the first human in space. All of these people were willing to do something that had never been done before. They were willing to risk their lives to achieve their goals. And because of their courage, we are able to do amazing things today. So yes, exploring the galaxy will be dangerous and boring, but that is not a reason not to do it. It is a reason to do it. So let us go forth and explore. Let us go and discover all the wonders that the universe has in store for us. Let us go and make our dreams a reality. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.